Hey guys, Darthtigger here. We're going to play a little bit of Space Engineers. So, let me just get my channel up so I can... Oh, that's not what I want to do. Editing the channel is not what I want to do. So, yesterday, when I left you, I had just started a new world, and we were on Earth, and they gave us a bunch of stuff, but I didn't want to use any of it. So basically what I did was I spent kind of the entire night and most of the day drilling out a mountain, because, you know, that's kind of like what I like to do. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication, Leonardo da Vinci. They've got some neat quotes on this. So I got a lot of stone from drilling out the mountain. I might actually show up inside the mountain too. I'm pretty happy with what I've been able to do so far, and I set up kind of an intermediate mining operation. I'm not as far into the mountain as I was hoping that I'd be. Drilling has been a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be, but I guess I should be surprised by that. And I've taken some measurements, and I'm not going to be going as far as I had wanted to, because from the point at which I started drilling into the mountain to the point at which the mountain is its highest is a little over 5 kilometers. I'm not drilling 5 kilometers into the mountain. I'm already like a serious distance in, like, I don't know, 300 meters odd into the mountain, and it's a pretty serious tunnel so far. Woo! Let me see. Oh, interesting. So these are the only places it will drop you. So medical room is where we started out yesterday. Earth-like drop pod. Moon drop. So I guess you can start out in different places. That's really interesting. I did not know that. So I'm going to start out at the medical room, because that's going to start me somewhere where I understand where I am. And so overnight, I did a lot more of what I was doing when we last left. I drilled a lot. I went and I found all of the unknown signals that I could find. Up there, you'll see my mountaintop. That's 9.2 kilometers away. And my mountain base entrance is about 3 kilometers away. So it's a long distance from the base to the mountaintop. And the height difference is like half a kilometer or something like that. So it's pretty significant. So from the falling not asteroids, but satellites.
Low.
Oh, my jetpack fuel is low. Oh no!
Fuel critical.
Ooh, wow. Took an entire jetpack fuel to get out here. So I was able to make a few things, and I was able to get some upgraded drills and stuff like that. I was also able to make... That's interesting. I can't see it, but there should be... there should be wind turbines up there. I'm assuming there's... Oh, there it is! Wow, that took a minute. So that's giving me power to the base, and this is my base entrance right now. So that's my... And let's just... Hello? Lights! There we go. Makes it a lot easier to see. So I've been flooring this thing as I've been coming in. So when we stop here, this was the spot where I I did most of my mining, and I put like a lot of rock into this, and I've dumped gravel a few times. But I have recently, actually I'm going to use the assembler here. So one of the other things I do is every time I spawn in, they give me this. I think I've got an assembler. Do I not have an assembler? Could have sworn I had made an assembler. Maybe I didn't make an assembler. I could have sworn I made an assembler. Anyway. Maybe I have to make that now. So, that's the cave entrance. That's where I was bringing all of everything that I mined out of this. I was hauling it back there, and that was a lot of work. And then I was making the steel plates for this. But I finally got to a point where I decided I was going to basically build a better mining operation. So I put a really oh, I never even noticed that. That's wow, it built itself kind of into the rock. That's pretty cool. So I built a really cool mining system. So this is my large cargo pod. That's my refinery right there. And you'll notice I got a conveyor system down, and that is a collector sitting right there. And I've got a couple of sloped pieces beside it to catch the stuff. And this is my seat. So if I sit in this seat now, you'll notice that my energy goes up. My hydrogen doesn't, but I'm pretty sure I left my hydrogen tanks in here. Oh, and they're both empty. Crap! Okay, that's problematic. Alright. Well, a couple things. So, basic refinery. Large cargo container, basic refinery. Why is it showing these things twice? Oh, you know what it's doing? It's showing me both cargo containers. There's another cargo container back at the other side. It's showing me both of them. I guess because they're both on the same power grid. They're not hooked up, though, so I should not be able to pull anything from... Yeah, see, I can't pull anything from there. But through what I made with the assembler, and I guess I'm going to have to make another one. So let's... So... the basic assembler, I've got everything for a basic assembler. I don't have everything for a full assembler. It takes 10 metal grids, and I don't have any metal grids right now. So let's go with a basic assembler. Now I don't want to put it there. I kind of want to put it there. I have another one of these somewhere, and I can't remember where it is. It's got to be back at the other one. Weird. Okay, well, I'm putting one right there. And now what I can do is I can go to that assembler, and I can drop these in it, and I can go to production, and I can disassemble them. And then I go back to my inventory and take a look, and I just got 9 iron, a nickel, gravel, and a silicon. So if I come back up here to my large cargo container, I can get more. Now, the other thing I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to get a, oh no. I'm going to have to get an oxygen processing facility. I don't have one out here yet, and I am out of hydrogen. I don't understand how I'm out of hydrogen. I could have sworn I had hydrogen in there. Oh well, I guess you never know, right? That means I am going to have to run all the way back. So that's the point of where I am now. That's just so I can measure distances. So I'm 225.5 meters in, plus the top of the mountain is still 6 kilometers away. It's not, that includes the half a kilometer down that we are too. So it's basically 5-ish kilometers through the mountain, which is pretty cool. So I guess before we show you the mining setup, we're going to have to go get some hydrogen. Yay. I could have sworn, I'll be honest with you, I could have sworn I had an assembler right here. I must have ground it off some point. There's another seat, so I can get more power. Hydrogen, I haven't really used hydrogen much. Oh, that's interesting. A couple of boulders right there. I should pick those up on my way back in.
Fuel critical.
Oh, another unknown signal. It's going to be there for 9 minutes. Yeah, you see on the bottom left, my H2 is empty. Whoa!
Meteor storm inbound.
Interesting. If I had realized this was here, I would have gone in here instead. We would have been a lot lower. And a lot closer. Hindsight's 20/20, right? Wow, look at that boulder. Isn't that cool? Oh, here. Let me put my ore detector on. Oh, there's a meteor shower. That's the biggest thing that I'm looking to avoid by, well, one of the biggest things I'm looking to avoid by building inside the mountain. So the last planet that we started, I put the meteors on cataclysmic, and it was insane. Like, you could not see 5 feet without a hole in it. It was like the surface of the moon. It was just incredible. And I don't want that to happen again, so. I am running at 10 meters per second. Or 5. So, that's interesting. So hitting shift will let you run. And it doubles your movement speed. Oh, I suppose I can turn my light off too. So you can see in the bottom left corner, J will open your visor. It doesn't really matter whether your visor is open or not on Earth. You're not going to use oxygen anyway. If you open the visor, you're more susceptible to hot and cold. But if you notice in almost the bottom center, just slightly right, O2 is high and it's warm. And it tends to stay warm on Earth, because we're on Earth right now, supposedly. O, I believe, is broadcasting your location. So if you have people in your clan they can see you on their HUDs. And L obviously is lights. Wow, is it ever significantly slower to get back when you're running rather than flying. 6 missed signals. They've got basically the basic metals here. You'll notice there's nickel. I'm pretty sure there was iron there too, and I think maybe silicon. Oh, 1 sec, I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry about that. Excuse me. But I haven't really cared so much about it because I'm mining so much rock that it just doesn't matter to me. My lord, that is a long run. Remind me never to run out of hydrogen again. That's nuts. I still got 2 kilometers to get to the ore deposits, and that's not even where the Earth station is. It's a ways after that. Well, I suppose that stands to reason. We're traveling at 10 meters per second, but when we're flying, we're traveling at 100 meters per second. So it'll take us 10 times as long to get back as it did to get out. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do that again. One of these days, I'm going to have to make a ship. Actually, pretty soon. I found some, again, in those unknown signals, those drop pods, basically. I found some of the exotic crafting materials. I found some platinum, some silver, things like that. And it was enough to make a few things with. But at some point... Wow, is that ever neat?
Critical.
At some point, I'm going to have to set up things like an oxygen generator out there. And actually, since we're on Earth, I could... Or, sorry, not oxygen generator. Well, really an oxygen generator, but I want it to produce hydrogen. And theoretically, I could set up one of the oxygen farms that's just going to pull it out of the air, pull the hydrogen out of the air, oxygen, hydrogen, and compress that. But I really kind of like doing it with ice, because ice just seems to be more efficient at it. You can get more faster out of it. And then I'm going to need to do a silicon, iron, and nickel. I get all of those out of rock anyway. Just if you get it out of those deposits, it's significantly you get significantly more for less work. But I'm pulling so much rock out anyway that I'm getting just tons of the stuff. So I don't. It doesn't bother me. And I'm doing that on purpose. I want to hollow out the mountain. Because I like hollowing out mountains. I know. I'm weird. This will be the first time I've actually had to try to run up into that station from the ground. I've always flown into it before. I was kind of hoping that Thule would show up. He's pretty good at these games. Don't tell him I said that. It'll swell his head, and his head's already huge. At some point, we should go after that SPRT ore handling facility. Not today. We'll have to be a lot further along before I'll do that. we're going to go in here. Looks like the fastest way in. Oops. Hello. Oh. That's a window, dummy. Alright. So first of all, let's get that back up. And then, let's go out here. And let's find our O2 generator. Look at that, and it's an O2 generator. Hey. Where'd my tanks go? I must have left them in the other one. Oh well, I'm stealing 2 of these tanks. There you go. Yeah, I know I'm cheating. Now, we're going to go out and we're going to get that unknown signal because I really like getting the unknown signals. You get really good stuff with them. Hey, I wonder if there's anything under the ice. Hey, look, there's ice under the ice. Yeah, these unknown signals, these drop pod thingies have been very good to me. Can I get some? Woohoo! New boots! Yay! Oops. Don't do that. Oh, maybe I'm gonna have to. Interior plates. And now, grind her up. Like, you get a lot of good components from these things. Watch this. So I had nothing. When I came out here, crouch. When I came out here, I had nothing except my oxygen bottles. Now, 30 interior plate, 29 steel, a display, 2 motors, 5 computers, 7 construction components, some scrap metal, and a small steel tube. Like, it's fantastic. So whenever you see one of those unknown signals, go for it. Yeah, it would have been really cool to start further down, but oh well. So when I need more power, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 10 more. Actually, I can put the structure on it right now since I've picked up all of those plates. Later. So I'll put 10 more on there and then put 2 more like this, and they don't interfere with each other in this configuration, which is great. And if you put 10 between them, I'm pretty sure it's 10, they won't interfere with the ones below them either. So that's really good. Alrighty. Turn our lights back on. At some point I'm going to have to put lights in here. I really only started putting this floor down to keep me going straight, because you'll see back at the front, I'll show you later, I went off in some strange directions several times. Okay, so back to what I wanted to show you in the beginning. So I've got kind of a little borehole up here. So that borehole, you'll see there's a bit off to the side, and then I go down, and that is my hopper or collector. Okay, so I'm standing on top, and this is connected by conveyor into the refinery. So now if you look straight up, so that's that little borehole we just came out of, and that's kind of the straight up borehole. So let me just turn on my jetpack now. Go straight up again. And now, what happens is I drill my way up, and everything falls down here and into that collector. So I literally don't have to collect anything. It's just all collected for me. Gravity collects it for me. So my buddy Thule actually showed me how to do this. He did it outside. So he went to the base of a fairly steep mountain, and he drilled in about 10 feet or so just on the side of the mountain. And then he put that same system there, and he just walked up the mountain. And he created like a little channel going up the mountain, and all of the rocks just fell down that channel. And then he would kind of walk down the side and make the channel a little bit bigger. And he'd fan it out near the top, but he'd always keep it basically in a funnel going down. And I intend to do the same thing. Oh, I got... That's the other thing, is you can easily go off in kind of like the wrong direction, but as long as you're always basically going up, gravity's just going to take care of the work for you, and the stuff will just always fall down. And you would be amazed at how much rock you can collect amazingly quickly with this method. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go back down, just kind of scraping the wall as I go down. And then back up. I think I've gone in a couple of different directions here now. Like 3 or 4 different directions, but as long as I'm going basically up, gravity just does everything for me. And eventually what I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to be able to connect all of these things and turn this into just a giant base in here. But I'm doing this as much to get the stone right now so I can get more and more materials. Because I really do intend to go, a kilometer in to the mountain here. But doing it by hand, the way that I've been doing it, takes a really long time. So, because I've been just collecting it up and bringing it back and dropping it in my my refinery back there. Uh-oh. Oh, look at that. I built a shelf. Don't want to build a shelf. Is there more up there? Nope. It took care of itself. Ooh. That's why I built that refinery, back down the tunnel, is so that I wouldn't have to take it as far, because I was taking everything back to that main base there. Okay, that's really interesting. I'm obviously not going straight up anymore. This would be... Wow! I don't know what I've done, but there's some really interesting wave patterns here. Alright, we're gonna go... Hey, look at that. Okay. Let me see if I... Nope. I was going to try and look at a different... from a different view. So, what I want to do next, and I may do this soon, is I actually want to create... Oh, wow. Did I ever get turned around there fast? That's neat. I want to create a boring machine. Basically a vehicle. that hopefully will drill me in that kilometer that I want to go in much faster. But I've found vehicles to be pretty darn temperamental. I've tried wheeled vehicles, I've tried small wheeled vehicles, large wheeled vehicles, I've tried small ships, I've tried flying ships, I've tried large flying ships. They're easy to lead to disaster. Well, we're at least basically going up, although interesting. So that's where we just came down from. That's one of those little shelves I guess I dug without realizing it. So I'm thinking this time I'm gonna build a ship that it's as basic as I can, with a bunch of drills on the front, as close as I can get to a tracked chassis. Basically, it's gonna be the 1x1 wheels. Let's go back down, see where the heck I am. It is so easy to get disoriented here. So yeah, use the 1x1 wheels, put them on every single, like, every single block, so as close together as they're gonna go. Put those, I figure, as close to the center as I can. I don't know whether I'm gonna do 1 drill or 3 drills. Probably 3 drills. And now I've done 3 drills before, and I'm gonna need at least 2 rows. In fact, this is interesting. So I'll probably need 2 rows of 3 drills, but that, strangely enough, doesn't do high enough. So if you push one of these drills into a mountainside, it doesn't quite drill out enough room to fit itself. It'll scrape, basically. Oh wow, I just built another shelf there somehow. Okay, so I cannot tell where I am. Alright, we're gonna turn off. Okay. There we are.
Energy low.
Oh. So that's a full suit worth of energy that we just used. So now from down, I should put a light on there. Assuming actually, you know what? I'm gonna see if later. Okay. So, yeah, so I need to make that crawler driller thing. Okay, that should be the way out right there. Oh, yeah, that's it right there. There we go. So I need to make that crawler driller, and then once I do, oops. Well, that's not too bad. Because, yeah, that's that one. And once I make that, then I'm going to going to dig deeper into this mountain. But I'm going to need at least 6, maybe even 9 drills, and it's going to be a weird configuration to make sure that I drill out enough in front of me, but also enough on top. So basically what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I have 3 drills facing up to make sure that I get the top, plus 6 drills facing front. And then I'm going to have a way to automatically unload the ore. So let's take a look at what we got from doing this. So, oh, and I got 15k stone here, and you'll see there's a bunch of stone in the cargo container. But we're up to 34k iron, 4k silicon, and almost 3k nickel. So that is really helpful. And the gravel. I'll have to throw some more of that away soon. Oh, and the other thing I want to do... Oh, I think I need to go... No, it's here. Okay. The other thing I want to do is put that in the refinery, because that's going to give me... Oh. Okay. Is that the other refinery? Oh, that's the other refinery. Ah, yes. There we go. So it's almost out. The other refinery's not doing anything because I haven't been using that for a while. But I got a lot on that one. This is all the stuff that came from the drop pods and from boring out all of this mountain so far. And I'll tell you, putting the floors down really, really helped. Like, it was nuts. But yeah, so if I can get a drill, and I'm thinking 9 drills right now, I'm going to go straight in there. But the problem with that is the drills are really, really front heavy, and they'll start tipping you. So you need to get your wheels out as far forward as possible, and you need to get some good weight in the back. And you're going to need a lot of cargo containers, because obviously you get a lot of ore from doing this. And I want to keep all of it. I know people throw away the stone all the time, and eventually I'm going to get to the point where I want to take my irons and my silicons and stuff like that and get rid of the rock, but not right now. So that's really it for today. That's that mining system that we were just looking at there. And I'm going to continue doing that until I get enough. I might have it now, actually. I get enough pieces so I can start making a boring vehicle, and I will run that vehicle right down here. So hopefully we can show you that next time. So with that, I am out, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.